end up looking like a little tomato when I get a little tipsy. Oh, I just hit myself in the ear with my laptop. I'm like, no, like they tracked me, like they came for me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kathryn. In December, I ordered a 23&Me kit, as well as a health report. So I thought I would put together a video of just like me digging into them and kind of explaining what I'm seeing. I guess a little bit of background about me that will provide some context as to why I ordered this test kit for myself, is that I am a transracial adoptee. I was born in China and adopted in 1998. And then brought over to the US where I've been living and been a citizen ever since then. The one thing is that being an adoptee, I don't have a lot of, I guess, history of myself, and really like no paper trail of any relatives, any family history, any health history. And so without further ado, I got logged in first. So we get to this first page and I'm gonna go to ancestry first. I just kind of want to see what my makeup is. All right, so ancestry composition is 99.2% Chinese. That is good news because that's what I was told, is that I was born in China. What is cool is this like very small percent, but 0.8% Vietnamese. So sometimes like when strangers see me, they'll come up to me and ask like, oh, are you Chinese? Are you Vietnamese? They'll try to like guess what Asian I am. And I've actually had a number of people in my past ask if I was Vietnamese. So I guess that 1% has really shown through on certain days. Let me view my Chinese report. Just want to see like the double click of what information they can give me about where in China I'm from. So it says China is home to one of the world's earliest and most enduring civilizations with over 50 officially recognized ethnic groups. In the last 200 years, your ancestors may have lived in the following locations. China has 31 administrative regions, and we found the strongest evidence of your ancestry in the following 10 regions. So I'm curious if these regions are broken up into provinces, because I do have information of which province I was adopted from, but there really wasn't much information, if any, about which province I was born in. Oh yeah, okay, so these are provinces. So number 1 is Guangdong. That's fascinating because I was adopted from Jiangxi, and I actually don't see Jiangxi on this list. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so Jiangxi province is right here. Every province that is colored red around this more pale colored province is where I have ancestral connections to, and I was adopted from this more pale colored province. So that's fascinating that I actually don't have any ancestral ties to the province that I was adopted from. Okay, that's wild. That's crazy. First major discovery within like 5 minutes. Solid. Okay, so that's so crazy. I always thought I was from Jiangxi because that was all that was on my paperwork. Wow, this is so much about culture too. Like, I was raised by a white family, grew up in very white communities. I just didn't get to be exposed to a lot of Chinese culture. So this is pretty cool, being able to just like read a little bit more about the traditions of where I came from. So let's go ahead then and look at DNA relatives. So this is leading into territory that I will likely cover in another video because I have started a birth family search from an adoptee's perspective, but I'm not going to cover that in this video today. This is strictly just 23&Me. But looking at DNA relatives, it looks like I have 921 relatives. Obviously these aren't like, you know, people that are super closely related to me, but it is really cool to see that there's like almost 1,000 people out there that I share some like amount of DNA with. I guess like for me, growing up, I just kind of assumed it was impossible to find any information about people who I was related to by blood, but seeing this, like, this is wild that there's so many people out there that I actually share DNA with. And I know I'm not special. Like, I'm sure anyone else who does a 23&Me test will open this and also see like, you know, 1,000, 2,000 people that they share DNA with. But this is just like so cool from just a perspective of someone who like hasn't received clear evidence that there is someone out there who shares DNA with them. So this is like really special. So the last thing I wanted to look at was my health report. One thing I did off camera is I actually had to do like 5 or so tutorials. Like, you actually can't view your report or any aspects of your report until you do the tutorials, and they're pretty much just to tell you that all the information on here should be taken with a grain of salt. That anything that says that you're more prone for this or more at risk for this, you should double check with your doctor. They really wanted to cover themselves and make sure that like they're not telling people that they're gonna die. So I'm gonna scroll down to health predispositions. So these are the things that you would normally get from your like family medical history, like what you are predisposed to based off of your relatives. Okay, so this is good. I am not detected for a lot of things. Only thing was type 2 diabetes, typical likelihood. And I can actually calculate how likely I am to a more accurate degree based off of the information that I input here. Based off the information I entered in, like the more specific information, in addition to my genetic makeup, they're saying that I have less than 1% chance. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. So let's go back. Ooh, find out how your DNA may affect your body's response to diet, exercise, and sleep. So alcohol flush reaction, unlikely to flush. I think that's actually inaccurate because I do get that Asian glow. However, it is selective. It is selective about which alcohols I get it with. Okay, caffeine consumption, likely to consume less. That's hella true. I don't really drink a lot of caffeine. Deep sleep, less likely to be a deep sleeper. I think I used to be a deep sleeper when I was younger. I truly thought when I was younger that I had some form of narcolepsy because, man, I could sleep anywhere. Like, I could fall asleep on command. But like, as I've gotten older, I find that like, I can wake up from like subtle movements or like small sounds in the middle of the night. So yeah, I can see this. I can see this. Genetic weight, predisposed to weigh about average. I would agree with that. Lactose intolerant, likely intolerant. I've never been tested for this, but I think I do have a slight intolerance to milk. Muscle composition, common and elite power athletes. Hello, okay. I will take it. I don't know if it's accurate, but I will take it. Saturated fat and weight, likely similar weight. Yeah. Sleep movement, likely more than average movement. I don't know if that's accurate. I'll have to ask my partner about that. Do I kick him in the middle of the night when I'm unaware? I don't know. So I'll ask. The last thing is traits. Explore the genetics behind your appearance and senses. Ooh, okay, this is cool. So cheek dimples. Your genetics predict that you have 52% chance that I do not have dimples. Okay, but hold on. I feel like there's a little bit of a dimple. Maybe that's just smile lines though, I don't know. No dimples, it's fine. I can't be cute. Cleft chin. I do not have a cleft chin. Chance that you have dandruff. Okay, I hella have dandruff. Like it's so embarrassing, but like actually though, that's a huge struggle of mine. I'm always looking for like ways to reduce my dandruff, y'all. And that could be a whole nother video in and of itself. But I'll just leave it at that. Earlobe type, chance that you have detached earlobes. I think my earlobes are attached, so that's actually inaccurate. Earwax type, chance you have wet, sticky earwax. I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate. I've never looked and inspected my earwax before. Okay, eye color, predict that you have dark brown eyes. That's right, dark brown. Finger length ratio, chance that your ring finger is longer than your index finger. Oh, it is. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Your genetics predict that you have few, if any, freckles. Yeah, I don't really have freckles. Hair photo bleaching. Chance that you do not experience hair photo bleaching. I don't know what that means. Hair texture, straight hair. Yes, very straight. Light or dark hair. Newborn hair. You had lots of hair at birth. I mean, yes. I mean, I don't know, but like I assume because I have lots of hair today. My hair is super thick. So red hair. 99% chance that I do not have red hair. Skin pigmentation, Chance of light beige skin, that's accurate. Stretch marks, that I have stretch marks. Man, this is like revealing everything about me. Yes, I do have stretch marks. Toe length ratio, you have a longer big toe. Do I? I'm not gonna show my toe right now because that's weird, but this is inaccurate. My second toe is bigger than my big toe. Unibrow, chance you have a little bit of a unibrow. I've never waxed my eyebrows before, so I think that's actually inaccurate because I don't think I have any chances of a unibrow. Widow's peak, chance that you do not have a widow's peak. Yeah, that's true. That's true. 3. So 3 out of 18 were wrong. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good statistics. Like, they did a pretty good job, pretty accurate. Okay, moving to taste and smell. Asparagus odor detection. Likely can smell, yep. Bitter taste, likely can taste. Oh my gosh, oh, this is so stupid. I don't know how like scientifically accurate this is. I just remember we did this in high school and it has stuck with me and it's something that I have been very proud of for whatever reason because it's like useless. I remember in my high school psychology class, I did like a super taster experiment. You take an index card, you punch a hole in it, and then you put it on your tongue and you're supposed to have someone count like how many taste buds you can see within that circumference. And then like there's some, I don't know, like scale of like if you have this amount and more, then you're a super taster. And your girl was a super taster. Slightly higher odds of disliking cilantro. That's actually false. I love cilantro. Ice cream flavor preference, more likely to prefer chocolate over vanilla. For a lot of my life, this was true. I preferred chocolate, but then I would say like mid-college, once I hit my 20s, I was like, vanilla is where it's at. Sweet versus salty, likely prefer salty, accurate, but I also have a sweet tooth, so I don't know. Weird and wonderful. Okay, I love the title of this classification. Weird and wonderful. Ability to match musical pitch. More likely to be able to match. I think I'm like highly tone deaf when I sing. Okay, I don't know about that. Bunions, less likely. Yep. Fear of heights, more likely. Yes. Fear of public speaking. Yes, I used to be. I am working on it. I am slowly trying to break down that fear. So they right. Flat feet, more likely than average, I guess. Hair thickness, yes, I have thick hair. Misophonia, more likely to hate chewing sounds. I mean, okay, are we talking like ASMR? Because like, I don't mind it. I don't prefer it. I think like there's a point when it's like a little too much, but maybe. Mosquito bite frequency, likely bitten more. Oh my gosh, this is so accurate. Okay, mosquito bite frequency, yes, likely bitten more often than others. I tell you, I can be in a room with 50 people and there's like one mosquito in that room, and I will be the only person in that room to leave that room with at least 3 bites. And those bites get swollen, and then when I get more than 3 bites in one area, it looks like welts. It's bad. Wow, I feel so validated in this moment that science is proving that this is fact. Because I tell people this and they're like, oh, I think it was just because of where you were sitting or where you were. And I'm like, no, like they tracked me, like they came for me. Okay, anyway, moving forward. Motion sickness, more likely to experience, yes, I have awful motion sickness. Photic sneeze reflex. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna click into this. Likely no photic sneeze reflex. Interesting. It could be a case of crossed wires in the brain. For some people, bright sunlight kicks off a round of sneezing. I didn't even know that existed. Wake up time, likely to wake up around 8:55 a.m. Wait, why? How is this like to the minute? Like they weren't even like a range, like, oh, somewhere between like 7:30 and 9. They were like 8:55. Oh, when does your internal alarm clock ring? So this is like your circadian rhythm, when you naturally would wake up without an alarm. Oh, yeah, actually I think that's pretty accurate. Yeah, okay, so for out of those, what, 34 traits? And I think only like 5 were off. So that's pretty accurate. Like only 5 were not necessarily what I would say fit me. So I think that's pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough of my results as much as I did. I definitely learned a lot about myself, and I think it is really validating to be able to see like science back a lot of assumptions that I had about myself, and but also at the same time disprove some assumptions I had, like the whole province thing.